What's up everyone? So today we're going to be fragging some Montipora corals, and I'm going to show you my method of doing it. There's a million ways you can do it. This is just the way that I prefer to do it, and it leads to some pretty clean cuts, some nice looking frags, and an overall nice piece. I'm going to turn this pump off so you can see what I'm working with. Okay, so as you might have seen in previous videos, I have quite an assortment of Montipora corals, and I have some fairly large colonies. I have this red cap here, Montipora Spongodes, I have Idaho grape, as well as true Undata, Jedi mind trick, Lindsay, and appleberry Montipora. Now the different ways you can frag Montipora range from just smashing it and gluing the pieces to frag plugs to breaking it off with your hands, but I prefer to use a Dremel. The Dremel gets nice clean cuts. I don't have any waste or any small fragments that are really not worth saving, and it ends up being quite an efficient method. Now you have to remember you are dealing with coral, and coral may contain toxin. In fact, a lot of them contain toxins. So safety is definitely the number one priority. I'm using protective eyewear as well as a face mask. Now I can probably get away without using the face mask, but I am using the Dremel, and the Dremel is going to produce a significant amount of dust. I don't want to breathe any of that in. Okay, so the supplies that I have here are some acrylic frag plugs. You can use ceramic, I just like the look of acrylic. You're going to need some super glue gel. Don't get regular super glue, you want the gel version, and you want the super glue that says cyanoacrylic. You don't want any other super glue. I'm also going to be using some Dremel wheels. This is a fine wheel, so it's pretty thin, and the attachment that goes on the Dremel, and then I have a Dremel. Alright, so the smallest container I have is a 5-gallon bucket, so that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to add a little bit of water to the 5-gallon bucket. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start fragging this Spongodes colony. Go ahead and take that out of the water. Bring it to our workstation. And it looks like we have a nice piece back here which is disconnected from the rest of the colony. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this piece off and start using that for frags first. Okay, so this piece has tissue on both sides of here. So what I'm going to do is, instead of gluing the coral flat like this, I'm going to slice vertically along the coral and then glue it onto the plug that way. So I've got rid of the dead parts of this coral, which were shaded. I'm going to apply some super glue to the top of this frag plug, dry the bottom of my piece, and then attach it to the super glue. Alright, well hopefully that's not too blurry. The lens is absolutely filthy, but this is the Jason Fox Appleberry Montipora. Alright, and the last piece I have is this Jedi mind trick. Yes, this massive colony is Jedi mind trick. This is the only piece I have, so I can't cut up any of my smaller colonies, which I've done for most of the other ones. I don't like to touch the large colonies just because, I mean, come on, really? So I'm forced to cut this piece, and I'm going to try and find a piece that looks good to cut off. Oh, I don't want to do this. Alright, I'm going to see if I can break this piece off. Yeah, there we go. This is a messy process. Okay. Got my frag plugs. Got my Jedi mind trick. Start cutting frags.